We should be live. Is Sala streaming on Twitch? The traitor.
Nah, he's not.
Oh, alrighty. Well, I think we should be live about now. I'm waiting for confirmation as usual. Except we don't have anyone testing. You're my only hope, Ewan. Obi-Wan. Obi-Ewan.
Well, I'm just waiting.
You're waiting.
Oh.
Yeah, something happening?
Yep, you're on and I can hear you.
That's excellent. Well.
Thank goodness for that.
Indeed. Linda's and I started playing Sonic Unleashed first time ever last Friday on PlayStation 3 and really enjoying it so far. Yeah, pretty good. Yes, we are live. Not a proper live video today because half of our team is missing. So I'm just animating. And I was planning on uploading a Dissected, but time goes so fast. It's not fair. So instead I'm just animating. Ewan, how are you doing?
I'm doing alright. It's a bit warm here, even though despite the fact it's saying, oh, it's 16 degrees, but yet my bedroom is basically about 25 degrees Celsius.
It's weird.
So
It's
I'm like,
first week we had proper summer weather and still very cold. It's a weird year. I'm not happy with this year in terms of weather.
why do you want it to be nice and hot?
I prefer hot, yeah. I like a little bit of hotness. Then again, if everything is cloudy and dark, it can work better on the computer, I suppose.
Let's see.
So, Ewan, having any thoughts on Sonic Generations X Shadow, the upgrades, the updates?
Yeah, especially since Rhino was just saying, so I just have to ask that, did you all see the new Sonic X Shadow Generation stuff from yesterday? And I believe we all have. And overall, I do like what I'm seeing. I mean, obviously we still got the standard generation stuff, but of course it's all the Shadow stuff that everyone's more interested in because I've been watching the reactions from these other YouTubers have done, including with Sam Procrastinate, I think he's called, where he's basically just jumping all over the place from watching the initial trailer.
Man, how time changes, huh? I guess Shadow got itself back. It's no longer the punchback. Everyone loves him. I guess a decade of stupid meta humor does that. It's like, oh, give me the dark, edgy stuff again, please.
Well, it seems like it, especially with the ending of that trailer of Shadow sprouting wings.
Yeah, I guess they're finally doing a little more with Doom powers.
Though a lot of people are referencing, what's it, like Venom with a symbiote.
Why not? I mean, I guess it kind of is.
Some fan art of people basically just drawing like Shadow basically utilizing the wings as sort of like fists and just punching stuff.
There's already fan art? You guys are so fast.
Definitely there's a lot.
You planning on drawing fan art?
I suppose the only closest thing I'll be doing is with Dissected Alive 72's thumbnail, just maybe having Shadow just basically up center in the background with the wings spread out.
And then copy paste it in every single thumbnail. It's the year of Shadow. We force him in everywhere. Even if he's completely irrelevant to the rest of the video. Yeah, pretty good. So we're getting a Gerald Robotnik's diary and all that. Whatever that means. So
I suppose just like fanfic type story, I suppose, from Ian Flynn, just to fill out like the creation of Shadow.
Would be cool if they got the original writer of Sonic Adventure 2 back for at least fact checking, but I doubt so. I mean, we'll see. I like the things they're doing, but I have absolutely no faith in Sonic Team. They hurt me too many times, so I'm really just carefully sitting in the corner. It's like, yeah, it would be cool if you pull it off, but I don't trust you bastards. You hurt me too many times. It's like I'm just waiting for the bomb for you to screw up. So have you seen the secret hub area as well? The open zone.
Yeah, yeah. I think people have been comparing it with the Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury.
Oh, really? It looks more like Mario 64 to me in terms of art style.
Well, I think it's just because of how different it plays out. Because with Super Mario 3D World, you're mostly on like a 3D plane, but the camera's like stuck in one particular position, so it's like a 2.5D sort of thing going on. But with Bowser's Fury, everything's more sort of open and 3D, where you get to sort of more openly explore. And I imagine that's probably the case with this Shadows hub zone.
We shall see. At least they're putting a lot of work in it, so that's interesting.
Yeah, I suppose there's not too much they could do with like the original Sonic Generations part, except just clean it up a little bit. Most of all, if it's been put towards Shadow himself.
Indeed, yeah. So, do you think Shadow's also gonna have a campaign in the vanilla generations, or is it purely gonna be a new campaign? I mean, we haven't seen him in the other levels yet. Only in his own set of stages, I guess.
Suppose we have to find out later on. Because I mean,
so.
he does obviously have I think he's got maybe at least 4 full zones he's going through that we don't know of at the moment. Like Radical Highway, I think. The Space Colony Arc level, Rail Canyon, as well as Kingdom Valley, I think it's called.
Sure.
Which of course got everyone pretty much like surprised seeing another Sonic 06 level being included.
Well, I guess with Sonic Generations involved, I guess we can blame the Time Eater again. If he did it one time, we can do it a second time, I suppose. Go straight back into race timelines.
So which version of Sonic X Shadow Generations are you getting it for?
The 3DS. I wish. No. I haven't even checked, to be honest. Is there one for the PlayStation 4?
Yeah. Apparently, there's an exclusive bonus for PlayStation users, where apparently the animated prologue apparently is going to include some additional deleted scenes.
Well, kind of useless bonus since everyone can check it on YouTube, I suppose. But
yeah.
Cool. I guess.
Outside of obviously going to get that annoying sort of like text box in the corner saying you cannot record this moment. just like with Forces.
Yeah. Oh well, whatever. Good stuff. Yeah, I like the fact they had the weird beta version of Shadow in there. What was it called? Nazo or something?
Terrio, I think.
Something, yeah. He kind of looks ugly. Then again, that's why they replaced him, I suppose.
But obviously, everyone was like surprised to see Terrio. Like even the more eagle-eyed of the people that were paying attention to it, they were just like flipping out from it. It's like, that's Terrio! Like even Sam was like literally on his seat, I think, when he saw that. It's like, Terrio!
This little Coco is
Terrio in this one! And of course, one tweet pointing out, it's like, well, at least they kept his like the original sort of like concept art anatomy. So obviously he's got like a buff chest.
Very important.
Yeah, well, it's to help separate him from all the other small standard-chested hedgehogs around here.
Indeed. Gotta be honest, I know very little about Shadow's creation. Although I do remember reading that originally it was supposed to be a female character, but that was cut out. I guess we don't get an early version of that one.
Not unless it's a hidden skin that's coming in the holiday of 2024. Because with the digital deluxe, you will get an extra level as well as an extra skin. So you never know.
Indeed. But
Unless it's just gonna.
why is everyone so convinced it's Radical Highway? I thought it was Westopolis, the city level.
I mean, it could be.
Hi,
but
sorry, I was saying hi to someone in the chat.
No worries. I was just like saying, huh? Oh, right. But yeah, I suppose it's mainly just because. Of like how the road looks, where that shadow goes up along, as well as the fact that he's confronted by like the standard sort of gun mix, as opposed to the Dark Arms aliens.
I guess the Dark Arms not showing up makes sense since they're having a new story purpose. But you could fight Gun in Westopolis, I suppose.
But of course, at the moment, there's no humans unless they're keeping them out again because of don't want to confuse people again.
I'm really curious how that's gonna work because man, this whole project seems like contradictory to itself. Like first they start eliminating Shadow's personality into a one-dimensional idiot, and they remove the humans, and the lore is a complete joke. And now all of a sudden we get a game that's all about the stuff they have eliminated out of the series. So I'm really curious how this is gonna work out. It's like, are you gonna backtrack now, or are we gonna get like a very weird, broken, like gutted version of Shadow, or with all the components missing? I'm really curious what's gonna happen if the Sonic team finally figures out what the heck they're doing with their own franchise. I have no idea anymore. We'll see.
Indeed.
Wacky Sonic team.
Yep, and of course there's Melty in the chat as well.
How dare he? Hello, Melty. How are you doing? How's sunny outside? I don't see him. Where is he?
Oh, yeah, me's in there.
Oh yeah, he's checking them up ponies today. Yeah, Melty and Luke aren't here today. That's why we had to cancel the regular Dissected. So I hope Melty can find some good My Little Pony merchandise, I suppose.
Or something involving My Little Zombies.
Sure, why not?
My little zombies, my little zombies. Ah.
Quite so. Alright, but yeah, the gameplay looks at least better from Shadow than I expected. I was really worried the levels was going to be just platforms in limbo, but now we see more footage. We actually see proper solid environments. So that appeases me. That's good. That's something I was worried about. So
because obviously with the first glimpse, and it did kind of almost look as though it was almost going into the realm of the Frontiers.
Cyberspace levels.
Cyberspace levels, yeah.
Very abstract, yeah. I did not like the first look at the levels, but now they're looking a little better.
Yeah, because presumably with Boom obviously manipulating like Shadow's past, and that's obviously why he keeps going through all these like abstract-looking transitions with those buildings.
Yeah.
As well as whole level like crumbling to bits in an abstract way.
To their credit, at least they're doing something with the whole time traveling thing, because that always bothered me in Sonic Generations. There was never like a level that's really about the time travel itself. Especially since Planet Wisp doesn't really feel like a proper final stage, so you feel like, why don't you do like a special final stage where you go through all the 12 zones again, but now they're all breaking apart and then morphing into each other. Wait, sorry, 9 zones.
Yeah.
Like it's like a final stage where everything is falling apart and you're really like fighting the time zone, the time eater in a crumbling timeline or something. But alas, they never did so. But I guess maybe with Shadow they will. So yay.
Hopefully so. If not, then if you ever have time, and that's because there's a big fat if, like, you could obviously just make your own version of Sonic Generations.
I could, yeah. Although if I'm gonna do my own version, Sonic Force is higher on my list. That's really a game with missed opportunities.
As you mentioned, and as well as all the Sonic Forces in minutes that you made.
Yeah, that's why I spend more time just doing what-if scenarios and actually parodying the actual game. Like, that game just annoyed me, and it's missed opportunities. Yeah, now I wonder what's Sonic Generations X with the parody. If I should just include my old Sonic Generations parody without any changes, like just as a bonus. Like, hey, the game does it.
What, like literally just running through the level and like every few sort of meters as you running along, you get all the voice clips. Everyone's shouting like, "Watch out for that missile!" But yet there's no missile.
No, I didn't mean in a level. I mean when I do a parody. If I just include my old cartoon as a bonus in there. That's how completely pointless. Here it is again. Nah, probably not. It's just a waste of time.
Let's see. Nate Subis says, "What's going on with the thumbnail?" LOL.
Oh, that's part of the animation I'm drawing for Sonic Frontiers, Evil Duck style. We're doing a thing where Alex draws all the proper drawings, so she has her typical, very detailed, awesome drawings. But then every now and then, when a character acts like very erratic or hyperactive, I take over and it turns into my crappy style, and then they're all overly animated and all
This little Coco is searching for her one true love, but he always runs away.
Dramatic thingies. I mean, I guess the shot I used in the thumbnail, I haven't shown it yet because I'm not working on it anymore. I guess I could quickly show it off, I suppose. For those curious, here you go. Now you know what a thumbnail is about. What shot. Amy falling on her face. Poor Amy. But yeah, so this is all for Sonic Frontiers in minutes. See, kids, I'm working animations. Man, it's been a long time since the last one I finished.
Yeah.
Go so fast. I'm old. Time is no.
And obviously, it's been a while since last seeing you and Alex do a collab in terms of animation.
That was a very long time ago, yeah. Last time was Robotnik Family, and even that I can barely call a collab because I did most of the work. Although, to be fair, this time Alex does most of the work, so at least balance has been restored, I suppose.
Yeah, because she obviously did most of all the character models and all the different sort of expressions and such, as well as all the different head poses, and it was up to you just to basically draw the backgrounds and animate everything.
That was in the originals, yes, that's true, correct. Although with the Robotnik Family, she didn't draw any new models, they were all recycled in the past. But this time she's drawing everything from scratch, so she's drawn quite a lot. So it's gonna be great, I hope. I just take it forever because he's a perfectionist and I'm not. So
presumably going to do some sort of like opening sort of prologue to it, as in sort of like, "Hello everyone, it is I, like me, Roger, and Alex, and we finally returned together to do this little animation."
We do have a prologue, but it doesn't involve us. We don't draw ourselves. And it does start with the Tails tube, because we're just kind of amused that the Tails tube that they made is supposed to take place right before Frontiers begins. So the whole like stylistic change amused me. Like after animation up, I can show it, but it starts off with the Tails tube.
Hey guys, Tails is live on Tails Tube. Today, I have two special guests with me. Amy, Sonic, you're live!
Hey fans, is my hair right?
Get a load of this! Get a load of this! Man, this is like my job or something. No way! I can't believe this!
Today, we're going to be talking about portal dimensions.
There's one!
Escape!
It's no use!
You said it's no use!
No way! I can't believe
Like it's super colorful and over the top and crazy and irritating, and then it just transitions to Sonic Frontiers where it turns to Alex drawings and it's super like serious looking and all that, dramatic and slower. It's like I just love the whole change in atmosphere all of a sudden. I kind of repeated that same joke in the other Frontiers parody I did for April Fools. So, kind of a joke recycling. Oh well, but the context is slightly different this time.
Yeah. And obviously you getting more and more into doing sort of these frame-by-frame moments with these characters.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna draw them so terribly looking, then I better at least make up for it by having the animation smooth. And it kind of helps make it even look more deranged.
Yeah, especially how in some of the shots, at least the one where Amy was trying to swim away from the portal, for some reason it just reminded me more of your very earlier style of animating, like characters missing their ears and such.
Yeah, fair enough. That's because nowadays I try to think more, or kind of actually look what I'm doing. But for those animations, I kind of went back to my old thinking style, where I just kind of completely turn off my brain. I just draw. It's like, are the thumbs in the right place? I don't care. I'm not paying attention. Draw.
Yeah, going back to the days of old with you.
Yeah, I had to flip my brain back to 2003. Not that my current drawing is that much better, but I pay a little bit more attention to detail. Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, an actual artist like you must be embarrassed looking at my work. Yeah, because you actually put the effort into what you make. And I'm just doing whatever. But hey, as long as it's funny, that's the only thing that matters in the end.
Let's see.
Someone said something interesting in chat. I can't always check.
Nah, not at the moment. At least not asking questions.
Fair enough.
But your wife Sylvia saying Roger is rather quiet compared to me. Adjust your OBS volume to your mic. I did have a little listen, and yeah, you did sound a bit quiet compared to me.
Wouldn't be a stream without me screwing up. I can make you quieter, I can't make myself louder, so that sucks. Looking around. Yeah, I think it's because I put my microphone lower since I was recording the Dissected. Turn it a little up now. Alright, well, I'll hear it if it's better now. Sorry for the inconvenience so far, folk.
Just have to wait of like about 10 to 15 seconds.
That's the problem with
Let's
this.
see. Let's see. Rhino says, what is your now greatest hope for Shadow Generations?
What is my greatest hope for Shadow Generations?
Yes.
That's a very good question. Well, at least if the levels are as good quality as Generations, that's a great start. And yeah, look, if they're gonna make a whole game based around Shadow's story campaign, then I hope they better actually add to it and give it value. Like, don't just bring them back just to dangle them around as keychains. Like, oh look, it's this character again. Oh look, it's this character again. Oh look, because I'm so sick of the empty nostalgia and empty references. So if you're gonna bring them back, at least do something and say something about them. Like, okay, what's going on with Doomy? Why is he back? What's their opinion about each other? Like, do something with these characters. Don't just drag them back and go, oh look, Shape. It's Shape that you recognize from game. Oh, and he's dead now. Okay, moving on. Bye. So we'll see, because that's the thing I'm most tired of with Sonic, that everything feels so pointless. Like, I'm right now working on a Sonic Frontiers Dissected, and that's really one of my main points. Like, nothing really goes anywhere. It's just, here's an idea, and then nothing. You're like, okay. That was an idea. Would have been a great idea if you did something with it, but nothing. Always nothing. But yeah, we can't judge yet, so we'll see.
Yeah. But then again, it's just like, what do you hope for? And obviously for you, you just hope like everything having some form of meaning, like not just a character just pop up saying hello and then just vanishing, or just literally just being there. It's like, I'm here, just for no reason, throughout the entire time. Just hello.
Indeed, and it would be nice if Shadow got a little character development. He's allowed to be a little bit more nice, because that's very annoying. But we'll see. Yeah, in terms of gameplay, like I said, that the level design upholds the quality of the original generations. Because man, original generations really had good level design, and gameplay. I really enjoyed that. We kind of lost a lot of that, so I have to recapture that spirit, and they'll earn a lot of respect from me. Because,
so much respect that you'll be more enticed to do, or basically just be harder for you to make parodies if it's too good.
I'll keep making parodies, but nicer parodies maybe, because my Frontiers parodies have been kind of mean-spirited. I mean, the one I'm working on now, I try to keep it neutral. I mean, Alex really likes the game, so I can't be too mean-spirited. But that one I made with Sonic Adventure was really mean-spirited. But I had to get out of my system. It was really annoying me.
Yeah.
Usually I try to keep them in minutes relatively neutral, but man, sometimes the game just pisses me off. Like Shattered Crystal, or what was the other one? Free Riders. I hate them so much. Like, oh, I can't be nice. I just have to beat them down. Now you really piss me off. So I'm gonna be a little bit more mean-spirited.
Yeah, still remembering that old like Free Riders animation you did a while back. Still get a chuckle from it, as well as how you've done like Shadow and Rouge just basically being Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of the impression I got. They're the only ones having fun, but now we have more of an insight on what they're gonna turn into in the future. And my interpretation was all wrong. Oh well, still made for a fun gag for that cartoon, I suppose.
Yeah. Nate Subbies is wondering what type of Frontiers parody will it be? Is it the whole game or just the beginning part of it?
It will be the whole game eventually, although we're doing it in parts because it's taking so long. So I will upload just the first island as one video. I don't think that each island is going to be an entire video for itself, though. It will probably go faster eventually, since now we have the whole prologue and everything to go through as well. But yeah, this video we're working on now is going to end right after Sonic arrives at the second island, Aris.
Okay. Let's see what.
Otherwise, it's going to take another 6-7 months, or a whole year before we get to it.
By the time it's all done, you'll just be saying, "It's been 84 years since I've been animating this, but hopefully it'll be worth it." And everyone will be just like saying, it's fine.
Probably, yeah. It always takes forever as Alex is involved. He's very perfectionist, compared to me anyway. Just like that DS game, Sonic and the Dark Brotherhood, that took forever as well. But this one is even more intensive. But hey, at least hopefully it'll be worth it.
Let's see. Rhino says, and what do you guys think will be in Gerald's diary that will get released physically with the game?
That's a good question. I mean, Luke recently just said he was hoping that he'd get a bunch of mad scientists brabbling about it. I'm gonna go to... And then it turns like in the wall you see the end in the prison at the prison island. Like this prison wall with all the madness scribbles on it. That's what Luke is hoping for. He likes his mad scientist. Yeah, as for me, I was looking into the Japanese version of Sonic Adventure 2 recently for Elise and Aaron's videos. And apparently there was like a whole storyline there that I never really noticed or realized, that it seems to imply that Gerald Robotnik actually implanted false memories in Shadow's head. So we're not even entirely sure if what Shadow remembers about Maria and all is actually real. It actually did happen. So if they're gonna have some balls and do something shocking with the diary, they could do something with that, where we suddenly learn that everything that happened on the Space Colony Arc is completely different than what we remember or think it was. They could do something sharp. I don't think they have the balls to do that, but
yeah,
that's at least one interesting thing they could explore. But I don't know.
Yeah. I was just having a check, and what Luke wrote down about what was going to be in the Gerald's diary is like, I can imagine that the last entry are mad scribbles in blood, and Black Doom is described as some kind of love-craven horror. Or is it Lovecraft, Dan?
Lovecraftian, I think.
Oh, yeah. Kind of an
That's
odd
our
name,
look. That's our look. And what do you think, Ewan? Just
it's
cooking recipes?
I'd be chuckling if he actually just scribbles somewhere there saying like, go remember that recipe for, you know, how to make pizza.
Why not?
But I suppose it depends how many pages there's going to be in that book.
I have no idea.
I mean, it might be the same amount as those little art books we've been getting with the Sonic games lately, like from Mania Plus, Team Sonic Racing, and Origins.
Team Sonic Racing and art book? Oh yeah, I bought that digitally, so I guess I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the 30th anniversary version that came with a bonus art book.
I missed out on that. Whoops. Oh well. Then again, I
Might still be available. That's somewhere, but
I don't think I care enough about Team Sonic Racing to bother. I mean, it's a nice game, but it's so disappointing. It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, and the poor timing of its release as well.
Poor game.
Because with like Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled being released, so obviously it had no hope.
And that game being full of DLC and extra racetracks and extra characters, and just being one endless party. Team Sonic Racing was just like there, like, oh, we got nothing. Poor Team
Except
Sonic
material, except material for Roger to use.
I guess so. It was fun for a parody. And do you think Dodongo Pawn's ever gonna show up again? Yuzuka did say he designed him to be like a recurring character of every racing game from now on. That'll be something.
Would be nice. Like him now designing like air gear for any like future Sonic Riders game, if there will ever be one.
That could be fun, because then the Dodongo becomes a direct rival to Jet and the Babylon Rogues, and then they can have a fight together. At least that's material for my parody, I suppose. The butting heads. My cats in my room are fighting, so if you hear weird sounds, it's evil creatures. 80% of the game was just content from the last two Sonic games, says Naid Sebe. Yeah, that's really disappointing. They really recycled so much from the other Team Sonic Racers. Not Team Sonic Racers, the original Sega All-Stars game, yeah. That was really disappointing. I mean, I guess Nintendo does the same with the Mario Kart games. They always have half their tracks based on retro stages. But the balance was way off with this one. Because without retro stages, you only had how many original new ones? Like 4 zones? 12? You only have 12 new tracks? That's not very many.
Probably. It's been a while since I touched the game.
Same here. Bit of a shame. It still plays nice. There's nothing particularly wrong with it. It's just not particularly interesting. That's all. Especially now you have Robotnik ring racers and a whole bunch of fan-made racers. And of course the Sonic Drift Racing 16-bit. With all these fan games to play, then official games bite the dust. How tragic.
I think I heard somewhere that the guy that was making Sonic Drift 16-bit apparently seems to have cancelled the project.
Oh, it's cancelled? Oh.
I think so. Because I think he says like he was like putting it on the shelf for now because of reasons. Not fully sure what those reasons are though.
Alright. I can't be too disappointed. I was never a big fan of Sonic Drift Racing. Or those flat racers anyway. That's why I'm more into Sonic Roller Blast 2 cards. Or Sonic Ring Racer. Still very retro looking, but with actual 3D environments and not those weird Super Nintendo Mode 7 flat tracks. I'm not a big fan of those.
Ever considered?
Yeah,
I was going to say ever considered trying to make a kart stage with the Sonic Rubber Blast engine?
I did try, but I didn't get the art right because they used a different palette, and I kept struggling with that and never got it right. I think in Soul Essential 1 there's like one bonus racetrack that I originally wanted to make for the kart racing, but then I just made it for a regular running Sonic. And it was based on the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, the cartoon. So that's the one racetrack I made. So I tried, I guess. But not gonna bother because now I'm too caught up in a million other projects. Including Soul Essential 2 that still needs finishing. And this cartoon that needs finishing, and my Dissected needs finishing. And so many projects, and it just takes forever.
At least it keeps you busy.
Oh yes, definitely. But I feel like I should make a quick cartoon at some point to have some animation work on my channel again. Sonic 1 in minutes, it's about time. I was doing research, and man, at first I had no idea what to do with a cartoon like that because Sonic 1 as a game itself doesn't really have much material for me to work with. But man, when you start looking in the old manuals and all kinds of weird prequel comics they made, there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And again, of course, connected with Sonic Generations, since Sonic technically, canonically was teleported into Sonic Generations during the events of Sonic 1. So there's a lot of fun I can have, I suppose. So I guess Sonic 1 in minutes should be coming this year somewhere, but I haven't started yet.
I was going to say, you're going to follow with the Sonic Generations sort of origin of classic Sonic, where literally the mother gave birth and he immediately just smashed out the window and boom, he was already in Green Hill Zone.
Yeah, maybe. That would be a nice piece of continuity, sure. Hadn't considered that, sure, why not? Let's go with that.
This little Coco is searching for her one true love, but he always...
Let's see, what else is someone saying? Anything? What aspect of Frontiers, Amy, are you going to parody? It's very hard to read what the full thing because I've got this annoying heart that's literally just covering up the end part of that person's question.
Right now, I'm still animating the scene where Amy is released for the first time, and Amy's really psychopathic about helping the Cocos. I guess we're kind of making fun of how quickly she just jumps on helping the Cocos. Like they're really her children all running away with that.
Kind of funny with that one panel. It's almost like she's got two mouths. One is literally just going, ooh, and the other one's like she's trying to suck the Coco.
Oh, that's because I'm a terrible artist.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be a mouth, it's just supposed to be the snout kind of the cushion.
But yeah, I mean...
But yeah, it kind of looks like an open mouth, I get it.
But obviously it's just like her cheek getting really squished. Like, I must help this charming Coco.
Yeah, she's flattening it against her head, yeah. Yeah, Alex really wanted to be this over dramatic to make it interesting. But yeah, it's not much of a parody. We're just kind of playing with her personality, and making it more energetic. I guess the more like she was a Sonic Battle, like immediately seeing it's her children and all that.
And her eventually leaving the whole island with an army of little baby Coco saying like, "These are my children now."
No, we don't have that joke, sadly. Maybe in the future. Yeah, maybe we should play that. Push the mother angle a little further. That could be fun. Even though I don't think the actual game really played it as motherhood. But, in the actual game she's kind of boring, so that's why we kind of energize her for fun.
I mean, the last time she mentioned about, like, taking care and raising a child was in Sonic Battle.
Yep, that's what it's kind of based on, yeah. Anyway, the joke we're doing that is actually properly based on the game is that she keeps teleporting away, or like Sonic is having a conversation with her, but then right in the middle of the conversation she just teleports away, and then Sonic gets the mission, like, have a conversation with Amy, and like, I was just talking to her, and then she's suddenly gone. Kind of making fun of the game where you keep Like, if you save up all the talk with your companion missions till the end, when you already have the kills emeralds, like those missions keep following each other up very quickly after each other. So, like, you just had a conversation with Amy, and then, like, oh, you have another conversation with her. Now she's suddenly at the other side of the map. So we're kind of making fun of that in the cartoon. It's kind of fun. So that's one of the more actual specific satire elements that we're doing. And that Sonic is constantly grabbing all those hearts and jamming them in her face, like as a representation of how you have to use those hearts to unlock her, basically. And then she gets this whole computer reboot screen on her head. Like almost like you put a quarter in the machine and then she only activates. Oh, Amy's activated again, and then she immediately becomes hyperactive,
jumping all over the place.
Pretty much, yeah.
Almost like William Shatner from the early season of Family Guy, just like simply let's just go bing bang boom.
There you go.
At every syllable.
Classic.
Let's see. Well, Rhino says, if you guys got to pick another stage for Shadow Generations, which would you pick? Must have been a Shadow stage in the past. Kind of tricky because he's not been in that many other games for a while.
I think Sonic Forces has a lot of potential. I mean, yeah, it's kind of questionable how playable he was. I mean, he had the prequel, of course, but even in the main campaign, he technically was present, and you can unlock him as a skin. So, like I said, I think Sonic Forces really has a ton of untapped potential. So I would be searching there. What was Shadow doing during the war? I mean, he can do that.
Yeah, because it was like, what was he doing during that entire time?
But yeah, what else can you do? I mean, if you're gonna do like different timelines like Sonic 06, can you use Sonic Boom? And otherwise, the only Sonic games with Shadow playable in it that haven't been tapped yet are Sonic Rivals. So I mean, I guess technically can have a Sonic Rivals level. That'll be a deep cut. Would work for a rival race battle anyway.
Could do.
What was that?
It is Salah.
Oh my goodness, we have an intruder.
An intruder.
Yeah,
Intruder alert.
Welcome, sir. How are you?
I am doing all right.
You sound like you just woke up.
I actually didn't.
All right. Sorry for the insult. Wasn't intended.
No. No, it's understandable.
Fair enough. So, your thoughts on Sonic Generations X Shadow?
It looks very interesting. I was a little concerned about how few stages we saw Shadow in. From what I could tell, we only saw him in Kingdom Valley and Rail Canyon. And I'm hoping there's more.
We'll see.
There's a total of 4 at the moment, based on the 2 trailers that we've seen so far.
Yeah, there's one thing I suddenly started like wondering about, because with the talk we just had with Westopolis being represented, it's like, can Shadow the Hedgehog's levels be represented, since this whole story is based on Black Doom screwing with his head? So maybe Black Doom doesn't want him to revisit that game. So I kind of wonder if Shadow itself.
That does make sense. Like, there is the city thing we've seen in what looks like a cutscene, and I would assume that's Westopolis, and I hope there's a Westopolis stage, because that would be pretty cool.
I mean, that's one of the more iconic looks, right? Shadow on the motorcycle. So that wasn't Westopolis; it was the highway level. But still, they can combine those two, I suppose.
Yeah, pretty sure the highway level takes place in Westopolis.
Pretty much, yeah.
And something from Sonic Adventure 2. Obviously, they'd probably go with Radical Highway.
That's what people have been saying, yeah. Although Space Skull in the Ark would be more dramatic for Shadow.
Oh, right, yeah. We did see the Ark in the trailer. So, yeah, something from the Ark.
But yeah, not much else you can do. Yeah, unless, like we were joking before, Sonic Rivals. It's one of the only other Shadow playable games left.
But of course,
Yeah.
But of course, who would be Shadow's rival in that rival's race?
Silver, I guess. That's the one you always teamed up with in that game, I think. Although, why not make it Espio and give him something to do? What was it, Salah?
Yeah. Shadow's partner in Sonic Rivals 2 was Metal Sonic.
Oh, gee. I did not remember that.
I mean, maybe the rival could be Metal Sonic 3.0.
There you go.
Sure.
That'd be interesting.
I mean, especially since we've been getting quite a bit of Metal Sonic 3.0 lately, like the upcoming Jack specific figure, as well as him being playable in a couple of the mobile games, as well as
Sonic Speed Simulator, Sonic Dash, Sonic Forces Speed Battle. Yeah, he's been showing up a lot lately, out of nowhere.
Hey, if you really want to have a deep cut or like a weird level, how about a level based on Sonic and the Black Knight? Shadow was playable there as well, as Lancelot. That'd be funny.
As Lancelot, yeah.
If he shows up and just looks confused in his outfit, when the heck did this happen in my past? Must be my ancestor or something. I doubt that's gonna happen, but I mean, I guess that's a joke I have to do in my parody.
I was trying to think if Shadow was in Secret Rings at all, and he's in the multiplayer, but all I could think of was Sonic and Rings in Minutes, where he's just there to say, "Do my laundry."
There you go.
I still think Secret Rings in Minutes is one of your funniest cartoons.
Oh, really? That surprises me, even though it never got a proper re-release. Oh well. Alrighty. But yeah, ideas and jokes aplenty. If only I had more time to work on them. But yeah, other than that, I have no idea what to expect of Sonic of Shadow Generations.
Hopefully good stuff.
Quite so.
There's all kinds of rumors that because there's a lot of Chow in the promotional material, that there's going to be a Chow Garden. Which
what? That would be perfect. Finally, Chow Garden back, and who's the one in charge of it? Shadow. What a perfect, what a perfect spokesperson. At least it's a nice way to bring back his more gentle side, I suppose.
Yeah.
And it's not out of character.
Yeah. Well, I mean, granted, the last thing I think he did involving with Chow was in the Team Sonic Racing cartoon, where he basically sits at the stands and then just swipes one of the Chow's popcorns, and the Chow just started crying.
Oh, nice.
Because he was just that petty about losing.
A funny little detail about that is when the Chow starts crying, it actually turns slightly darker.
Oh, that's cool. That's a nice detail. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that detail.
Which indicates, because Shadow was abusing it, that means he's a heroic character, because if a villainous character abuses a Chow, they turn good.
That is really screwed up logic, but alright, sure. Who am I to question it? Good stuff. Yeah, what else is there to talk about?
Looking through the chat.
My wife is working on a highlights video for our Dissected stream, so maybe that's going to show up later. We can show that off.
Yeah, probably right at the end, because she mentioned it being about 44 minutes in length.
All right.
Which is quite surprising. So I thought maybe half an hour at most, but not 44 minutes. But then again, I suppose it's got to have context of what the heck we were laughing our asses about over.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'd just be us laughing constantly. Just 45 minutes of us laughing at nothing.
That'd be perfect. And then I'll just add a Beavis and Butthead in there laughing as well. Everyone's going.
All the while, cheerful piano music is playing, like. Or all the while we're just laughing our heads off.
Perfect.
Like, try not to laugh for 44 minutes. Okay, let's ask again. What do you think they will do with Black Doom, according to Rhino?
That is a very good question. I've no idea.
Interesting question, yeah.
I mean, he was supposed to be dead.
Like, he is supposed to be dead. And so far we've only seen Doom's eye, which is kind of its own separate entity that Black Doom controls telepathically or something.
Oh, that could be it.
So
that thing survived, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe Black Doom is still dead, but like Doom's eye still has his consciousness or whatever, and has just been MIA for years.
Another joke opportunity for my parody, I guess. What was Doomy up to all this time?
What was Black Doom doing all this time?
There you go.
Well, I mean, Roger at least did an animated parody of what he could have been doing. Just doing nothing until he ended up applying a job for Robotnik.
Yeah, he did make an appearance here. Yeah, my Sonic Forces done it one.
I was just picturing Doom's eye working at like a Burger King or something.
Especially since he hates humans, so perfect. Can constantly spit in their food.
Yeah. Maybe.
Would you like ketchup with that?
Or maybe he's like working in the same place as that couple were in Sonic Adventure, where the girl gradually builds up the courage just to talk to the guy, and then she ends up working with him. And of course, during the whole time, they're probably just like saying romantic things to each other, and he's just like, "Oh, no."
Sure, why not? Perfect little spot for the little Doomy. That would be fun, yeah. But yeah, I have no idea what they're gonna do with them. So, I mean, they're at least going all in Shadow's history. Like, he has the same eyes as Doomy. The Gerald Robotnik diary gonna explain that they're parents. So, I guess we're really going into the backstory. So that's a surprise. Wasn't expecting Sonic Team to be bothering with that so much detail.
Though imagining Alexandra liked seeing that Doomy has returned.
She's very happy, yes. So am I. He's fun.
It does make me wonder if they're gonna do like an action figure of, Black Doom or Doomy's eye.
I think I have one. At least for Doomy's eye.
Yeah, because I definitely recalled when I was in Amsterdam, we went into Space Oddity, and I noticed that little Jazzware figure of Shadow that came with Doomy.
Yeah. I should check, but I think I have him, so yeah, maybe I can make my parody in toy form again. Why not?
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot. Did you ever do a Shadow the Hedgehog in minutes, or?
No, I haven't. Basically, the Evil Duck version qualifies. I mean, I guess I
imagine. One thing I was thinking of, because of all the different sort of like timelines, like Shadow the Hedgehog has, you could obviously just have each sort of different pathway to the story basically be different, as in animated differently. So one is obviously your traditional animation, the other one is basically a more sort of JoJo sort of anime-esque style, or maybe just another one being South Park related, just something like that would just leave people questioning, like, okay, which timeline would this one be for?
It could be a fun
one the actual one?
Could be a fun collab project. I hire a bunch of artists to help me out, a bunch of guest artists, such as you, Ewan. You can draw a bunch of stuff. I guess I have to ask Godforov for the anime one. He's the muscle draw guy. Did we scare off Sala? Oh
no.
No, it's me, the wife. Dun dun dun.
The wife.
It's the wife. Run away! Panic! Panic! Yeah, I decided to join in because I have to wait now. Besides the rendering took 12 to 50 minutes, and I have to wait to move the video onto a USB stick, and that still takes 10 minutes. And I noticed my voice is crap. Hold
You
on.
sound like Marge Simpson, yeah.
Oh, me. 1 sec. That should be better. Yeah.
Yeah, better.
That's good. I was like talking and realized, oh crap, my voice is crap. So let's see. Still got 5 minutes left. That should be finished. Not saying you have to show the video in 5 minutes because you still have to put it from the USB stick onto your PC. Haha.
Considering Roger's PC, it might take about 2 hours.
No, it's not that bad. I mean, Roger's PC had a cleanup. I was just gonna call it cleanup, like a half year ago almost. So should be fine.
Had a bit of an upgrade, even though not noticing as much as I wish it would. Yeah, it's tripping over my words.
But at least it's quieter in terms of the fan.
Yes, the fan at least is gone now with its noise. At least the fan is still there, but it doesn't make noise. Yeah.
Yeah, it still makes me go like, is the PC actually on or off? That's the only downside. I got used to it, to the fanning noise, and now it's being quiet. It's like, is it on or is it off?
It's like those electric cars. You can't hear them coming anymore.
Oh, I hate those. Well, I'm not a fan of it. Like, they now have like a humming to it, but I remember the time when they were new and I was delivering mail and suddenly there was a car behind me. I just scared the crap out of me. Like, where did that car come from? Because it was so quiet.
Indeed, yeah. But yeah, so Shadow gets new powers apparently. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? I don't really care that much. Although it's
I'm just wondering, like, with the wings, like, why and how is that happening? What's the story behind it? Why is he suddenly sprouting wings?
He's turning into Batman.
They clearly look like they are from, you know, the Black Arms part of his DNA. So it's clearly like him awakening something within him from that part of his DNA. I don't know.
Is Shadow getting a new original super form? Because otherwise I don't know how him being able to fly is going to work in the gameplay.
Because I mean, I think there's at least one like screenshot from a level where he is flying in it.
Oh, you can't.
Although considering how the camera's positioned, though, it's because it's one of those freeze frame moments, and then they just pan the camera around, just took a snapshot.
Yeah,
so obviously it's hard to tell what's going on in that level.
Yeah, I mean maybe it's a reference to Shadow the Hedgehog games where if you have your like evil meter filled, you can suddenly like fly around for a bit. Your hero, your dark meter.
Or maybe it's a wisp.
Sure, blame the wisps.
Like a Dark Doom wisp.
That would be great, yeah. Let's have some evil wisps in there. Why not?
And it literally only just said, "Do me."
You just had to say it, and now Melty's gonna be in the comments telling us all about how Black Death had his own version of wisps in the Archie comics.
Let's all stare at the chat right now, like.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I was trying to look for like one of the screenshots in question, but yeah, all I keep finding are like AI generated stuff.
Aww. Man, I'm
like this
mostly
random
neutral over AI, but yeah, they are cluttering up all the galleries. That is pissing me off.
Yeah. I mean,
are you looking on? Are you looking on Google Images?
Yeah.
So type in minus AI behind it. Like type in what you're searching for, and then the minus sign, and then AI, and then it should filter out the AI. Not 100%. It doesn't work 100%, but it does like remove quite a bit.
Yeah. It's just the fact like I keep just been seeing this particular one for some reason of where Sonic's running through a long corridor, and there's like a giant floating head of Shadow just doing the biggest grin ever.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's as if
you could
Shadow got possessed. Also, what's wrong with Sonic's mouth? It's like he has two mouths now.
I don't know.
That's obvious.
It's almost like the old, sort of like the early days of when you grab like a model out from the game, and yet some of the characters would have like two mouths showing, as opposed to one. Could be something like that. Let's see.
Let's see. Sala wants me to show this from JoJo Bizarre's Adventure, apparently. A meme.
It's meme time, it's meme time. Gather up your pants and meme time, it's meme time.
Exactly.
Right.
And here's an AI picture Ewan wants me to show off. Yeah, am I not going to get in trouble for that?
I don't know. It's just the fact I saw it, and it's like, why is that there?
This is Nightmare Fuel. But yeah, Sonic in Wonderland. And indeed, Sonic's face looks creepy with two mouths. Yeah, well, happy Halloween, everyone.
Early Halloween. But yeah, not the image in question I was trying to find, but like an example of Shadow utilizing his Chaos Spear move.
Yeah, that looks like it'd be Chaos Spear.
Interesting art style. Almost looks like it's from Okami, the Japanese ink art stuff. Here it is. Is that official art from Sonic Generations then?
The one of Shadow doing the
shooting the arrow, yes.
Yeah, it's from the official website.
Alright. Cool.
But still can't seem to find the that picture in question, which leaves me wondering, like, come on, Sega, where did you put it?
I think all those moves are only going to be used in the open world hub area, because I can't imagine it ever being useful to shoot behind you in a typical Sonic Generations level. So you're not really paying attention to what's happening behind you. So it must be from part of the open zone section. But that's just a theory, a game theory.
A lame theory.
Oh yeah, did the guy officially go with retirement now?
Yep.
Did he show the? March. I made an animation for that for you, didn't I, Sella? Did he show that after?
You did, yeah. And he did show off a lot, but he unfortunately did not show off the one you made.
Blasphemy! How dare he?
Yeah.
Indeed, how dare he? Indeed.
After all the hard work I put in animating that. Oh well, I guess I can show it off. Here, I suppose, if I want to.
Yeah, whilst I still try and find that particular screenshot in question.
Yeah, is it not just on the website then?
No.
How disappointing.
Well, it's not disappointing that I have handed over Roger the USB stick, so it's all in his hands now.
Indeed. But yeah, if we're going to show it off when the stream is over, then I guess it has to work.
Yeah, because it's a long one. It's 44 minutes. Oh, indeed.
Alrighty.
Mostly us laughing.
Yeah.
Well, mostly Melty and Elise.
All right. I guess they will make an appearance in this stream then, even though they're not present today.
So how about the summer game fest? Any thoughts? I mean, it had some Shadow in it. But...
Other than that, yeah, I was really shocked to see the next season for Street Fighter 6. Because we're getting 4 characters that I was absolutely not expecting, but I'm absolutely stoked for.
I still want to try that game too. I really love the fact you can actually explore levels this time. It's not just fighting, but you have like an overworld.
and you can create a character, and I created Popeye. Pretty accurately enough that it was featured in an IGN article, actually.
Oh wow, that's shocking. But is he accurate enough that he can actually defeat everyone in one punch?
That depends on their level.
Wow. But okay, that's pretty awesome. He got into an IGN article. But yeah, I want to try that someday, but I haven't played it yet. Man, I'm kind of scared of Street Fighter's a little too nerdy, too hardcore for me. I like my fighters a little more casual, like Tekken or Dead or Alive. I especially like the way you can like punch people from the fight arena. That's almost like something I love in games. Like Dead or Alive has that a lot. You have like a stage on a rooftop. You can just punch them off the rooftop or through a window. I like it when levels are actually interactive. I don't know why. There's just something about punching a guy through a window that always makes me very happy. In video games, that is. I haven't tried it in real life yet. Ewan doesn't like me. Maybe one day I'll try with my cat.
No,
by the way. Sorry.
now you're a bit quiet now.
Thank good.
Annoying. I wish there was like a stabilizer, like that everyone's volumes would be like.
Yeah, I think that level you were doing was all right.
About now,
You sound pretty good. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was just suddenly you were very loud at that moment. That's why I was suggesting turn it down a bit.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, did find the picture in question. Apparently, was on the official Sonic Reddit page.
Oh, you have it ready for me to use?
Yeah, just popped it up.
Alright, so it actually shows up in the levels themselves and not just in the overworld. Huh. I really wonder how that works then. I guess the level's going to be a lot more open then. Because I can't imagine the original Generations levels were really made for exploring them flying. But yeah, you'd think if Shadow can fly that you could also make like Tills or Rouge playable. Because I figured they were never playable because the levels had to focus on the horizontal movement because of Sonic. But if you already include flying in it, then it's just a matter of implanting Tills with slightly different modifications, and there you go. I mean, I guess it's up to the modders to do that. But yeah, there you have it. Shadow with his wings flying around. In a level that seems to look like Space Colony Arc, probably.
Yeah.
Trying to pretend he's Sephiroth, except he has 2 wings instead of 1.
Lucky him. He has to be cooler than Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Whilst also flying in space.
Yep. Let's see, there are some questions I see. Stuart Noby Starson is asking Soul Sustentia 2 version 1.0?
I finished the final stage and the final boss, so that's good. Right now I'm working on a bonus level with pizzas that I hope to finish in a week, and after that I should be very close to finishing 1.0. Although I don't think I have time to make a custom character, which I was also planning to do. So could come quickly. If I ignore Sonic Dissected, I should be working on.
And the peasants rejoiced.
I have so many projects I'm working on, and I can't finish any of them. They're all too big. But yeah, there you go. Hope that answers it. Any other questions?
Let's see, anyone looking forward to EDF6? I don't know what they are referring to that. EDF6?
Earth Defense Force. It's a game where you shoot giant bugs.
That game. I saw Roger play that with quite a lot of glee. So.
Yep. I have that one. For part 4, I have. Yes. I love it. Yeah, but I didn't know they make a new one. So I guess I'll look into it. Are you gonna travel more of the world now? Because they kind of had like a world tour theme last time, but you only go to Paris, London and Tokyo, I think. So that's not much world traveling. But we'll see. Yeah, I had no idea there was one, so I'll check it out. But I've enjoying the installments I played so far. I think you only played part 2 and part 4.
I assume it's for the PlayStation 4 and 5. I'm guessing.
I hope so. I don't have a PlayStation 5 yet. Not planning on buying one yet. And I can barely tell the difference between graphics between generations now. I'm an old man. I can't understand anymore. Back in my day, We went from the Atari, went from the Atari to the NES, from the NES to the Super Nintendo, from the Super Nintendo to N64. Like there's always like a big leap in graphics. Like oh wow, we're going from little pixely guys to actually polygons, actual. Like I can see the difference, really making this big leap. And I'm looking from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. I'm like, huh? I don't see the difference. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Probably the frame rate when loading, I guess. Like when we are playing Infinite Wealth, when it's like loading when you get out of a battle, I think that will be a lot smoother in the PS5 version.
Well, there's probably some differences. I'm sure the shadows are less pixelated and all that stuff, but man, I barely notice that stuff. So might as well skip it entire generations and console generations.
Yeah, because all the games we wanted came out on the PS4 too, so it's like, yeah, no use buying the 5.
I guess even the developers agree with me. There's barely a difference between them. Lucky me.
Let's see, there's another question. Wait, where is it? Wait, where did it go? Chat keeps scrolling. It was about thoughts on Kirk Shadow or something. Nate Sabers asked, what are your guys' thoughts on Kirk Shadow now?
The voice actor? Still not a big fan, no. He's...
Shrug.
Shrug.
At the moment.
I guess we'll see how he does in this game, but from the little we heard of him in the trailer, I'm not impressed.
He's still the same. I guess we associate his voice too much with Asshole Shadow now. I guess he can't escape. It's kind of like Roger Gregg Smith as Sonic. Or Mike Pollock as Eggman.
So used to them.
Yeah. They can't escape their Sonic Boom tone anymore. Even if they have a more serious story. I was like, no, I can't buy it. I can't still hear too much Sonic Boom in your voices. I'm sorry.
Even when like Shadow's literally just about to do the most epic thing ever, and everyone's just like, "I'm sorry, you're not that cool. We're still very sour over Sonic Boom."
Well, it's not so much the epicness. I'm sure he can get the intensity right. It's more like if he has to have a heart. I wonder if Kirk would ever do the voice acting for Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, how it would sound, because that's where you get a more softer Shadow. If he could pull that one off, but of course that game didn't have voice acting, so. We don't know. But we'll see. Maybe he proves himself differently. I mean, Roger Gregg Smith sounded very different in Frontier, so who knows? I mean, it's not the voice actor's fault. It's just the director and the direction of the series. But yeah, eventually you just associate their voice with a certain tone, so it's just the way it goes. But yeah, I haven't really been impressed by his voice yet.
Alright, I got a picture of my my Popeye avatar in Street Fighter 6 in the live chat.
Oh yeah.
I'll grab it. Not too shabby, I guess. You do have a lot of freedom. It's much better than what's the other game, Soul Calibur, where you were making your own characters. So you actually.
Oh yeah. But Soul Calibur has much better options in terms of clothing. This game has better options in terms of your physical appearance.
Fair enough. Let's see, I'm gonna make the resolution a little smaller before Flash crashes, because that's quite a big screenshot.
Don't forget to save, just in case.
Indeed.
Meanwhile, I'm looking in the chat. Someone is saying, named Guy from the singing game, I bet you don't get Namco Museum on the PlayStation 2 Greatest Hits Edition, because I do, loser. Huh?
Well, depends. I love Namco when it comes to the early 3D games, so if those are included, then yeah, sure. But the earlier games, I'm not a big fan. But yeah, if they have the original Ridge Racer and a lot of arcade games, they had a lot of like fun snowboard games and all that. If those are included, then I'll take a look. But isn't it kind of funny lately that most people are very excited more about like old games being re-released than new ones? I mean, what was the last time everyone was excited about? Like Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 is very popular, and Star Wars something. That Star Wars game?
I-
I think so. But like a lot of games back from the late 90s and 2000s, like people are more excited when those get re-released than actual any new games. It's kind of sad.
Yeah. It's kind of true for me because when I was like checking through the Switch like online and I was looking on the N64 games, I was kind of surprised they threw in Extreme G, which is like an old racing game I enjoyed playing. So I was kind of surprised to see it on there. So I was like, oh hey. So I was definitely more excited to see that as opposed to whatever new game was being shown at the time, saying like, "Look, this amazing games." Like,
I'm more excited for indie games these days. Like a few days ago, I've been playing Reventure again, a live stream, and that game was dirt cheap, like $5 or something. But it's so fun and simplistic, but still really well done. And when I look at like modern 3D games like Monster Hunter, I'm like, is that gonna be fun or is it like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not into too modern games either. Yeah. I'm more into
Back in
indie
my
games. I think they go on for too long. They're all designed to last for 60 hours. Like I can almost hear Angry Joe screaming, "God, only 2 hours!" But I kind of like short games. At least if that means that the designer actually sat down and designed a game. Because I'm kind of tired of games that go on forever. Because it feels like you just keep doing the same thing. I feel like I'm just a rat in a lab, just doing the same thing over and over for little rewards. It's like, you're designing.
The grinding games.
Grinding, yeah. I feel like mobile phone games. Like I'm not. That's why I'm more into indie games or retro games now. Like just give me a game that goes on for 2-3 hours and it's actually like it's designed to be an actual game, rather than a big playground that goes on forever and I'm just spinning around spinning my wheels endlessly. I can't.
But that's not the same with like Yakuza games, right? Because they can be long, but it's at least like there's more happening than just the same grinding.
That's true. Yakuza somehow managed to. It makes itself interesting enough that I forgive it. Oh man, I don't know what it is about the Yakuza games. Their sense of humor or their arcade gameplay style. But, they win me over,
you sucked me right into it.
Yeah. So that's one of the exceptions. That's correct. I'm still more than happy to play Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Still playing that. Someone just sent me footage of Sonic X Generations. Is it leaked already? Because I'm actually seeing Shadow's gameplay now. Huh.
well, I think the demo was playable.
Oh, was it
over
a playable demo? Okay.
Oh, at the Summerfest Game Fest, you mean, at the event?
I guess so, because I'm seeing a level of Shadow running around in Space Colony Arc, yeah, fighting the Bio Lizard. Ah, so I guess stuff is already getting leaked. That's quickly.
Oh yeah, Rhino saying in the chat, reminding me about. I just learned Sonic Speed Simulator added Shadow's bike, meaning you can now have characters like Classic Sonic and Cream riding it.
Oh, really?
Oh.
So we can recreate that famous picture of Cream on the back.
Yeah, the Archie Sonic Treasure Team Tango issue 2, I think. Melty, correct me?
Melzy's not in the chat anymore, but
yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah,
Too busy, My
he
Little
quietly
Pony.
departed. But then again,
But
at least he's not here to argue, so he's going to be like, eh.
But yeah, I did see that, and that makes a lot of sense because the last 2 quote-unquote updates for Sonic Speed Simulator added 0 new content. So, obviously they were working up towards something big, and yeah, they did reveal that they were adding in Shadow's motorcycle, and it is now in the game. Thank you for reminding me, whoever was in the chat that said that. Rhino.
Does the motorcycle work the same as the airboards?
I don't know. I will test that out now.
Because I am playing it a little bit more recently again, but yeah, it's very time consuming and I don't have that much time because I have so many projects to work on. But yeah, I enjoy Speed Simulator. The Sonic Avenger recreations are pretty awesome looking.
Yeah.
Well, they did also confirm what is it? Radical Highway will be coming to the game.
Okay, cool. I know Sonic Adventure stage.
Yeah, I was just looking at the.
And it's in the game. It's in the game now, but it's a race, not a world.
Okay. Well, those races still look kind of neat.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised to see Emerald Coast there as well. I was also surprised since it doesn't have a full level. But it does have a race.
Just win the race, just win the race, just win the race.
Anyway, I'm looking at the footage of Shadow now. It seems that the city level we saw is just part of the Space Colony Arc level for some reason. So the Space Colony Arc just fades away when Doomy does a bunch of stuff and then it turns to the city level. So I guess it's not a dedicated stage. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe I shouldn't watch because this is all spoilers. Anyway, back to animating because that's what my thumbnail promised me I should be doing right now. Crazy stuff.
Speaking of games, not sure if Roger already mentioned it, but Luke of the Dissected team did a voice for a game called Light the Dragon, and this upcoming Monday there's gonna be a demo out for it.
Oh my, so you can actually get to Luke the Fox in an actual game, his voice.
And if Luke is on time and all that, I'll be live streaming it and we'll have Luke with me as a guest.
Awesome. All right.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I guess we should be mentioning that in Dissected next time, or proper Dissected, and not this weird nightmare of a show.
This shit show.
Sure, let's go with that. Anyway, do we want to talk some more, or shall we just finish the stream and show Sylvia's hard work in action?
Does anyone in the chat have any questions? Also, hello, Dolius.
Since we seem to be quieting down a little bit now, I think we're reaching our end. Oh well, short and sweet stream, I suppose. Haven't finished coloring.
I asked this now. Rhino is asking. I asked this now for my final attempt. What do you expect and hope from the open zone part of Shadow Generations?
Well, what I was really hoping for is not happening because I wanted like a nice city with NPCs, like an actual Station Square or Soliana. Well, what it looked like was more of a Mario 64 level with just a bunch of random shapes in water. It looked more vibrant and fun than Starfall Islands with actual level design this time, so that's good. But yeah, what I was really hoping for is not seems to be happening. As for what it is now, yeah, I have no idea what to expect. It looks at least fun to run around in, but I don't really have big expectations. It just looks like a bunch of pillars and weird runes in the water. It looks very white. Since it's white space, I wonder if that means that color is going to be popping in as you beat more stages, and then it's going to resemble something more, but who knows?
Looking more dark and edgy.
Sure, why not? But yeah, it looks too abstract for me to really care. So it's an improvement on Sonic Frontiers. At least it's a little more interesting to run around. It feels more like an actual playground, but it's not quite what I want out of an open zone structure. I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah, I hope it's a good playground to test out your skills as Shadow. Other than that, I have no idea what to do with it.
Also, hello, Tails Power. Not sure who you are, but hello, Tails Power.
We have a lot of people today.
Yeah.
More than our
People
actual
are
proper...
excited. Well, it's still like 14, which is like average. But there's like a lot of chatting going on this time, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, more chatting than where we have an actual show. It's us just screwing around and coloring a better format.
Also, David Perez. That's all.
intimidating.
There's like this meme thing with Markiplier where he says E, but it's like very dramatic. Also, there's a song called E, where there's an image of Markiplier in it as Farquhar from Shrek. E.
Markiplier is an amazing voice to do such a thing.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier. My voice is made of butter, exotic butter.
Indeed, it is.
That's my impression of Markiplier.
Man, some people just have a voice made for YouTube careers. Radio voices.
Yeah, either being loud or being annoying, but entertaining. Yeah.
Okay, so, update. I'm able to try out the motorcycle in Sonic Speed Simulator because the Radical Highway race is on motorcycles.
Oh, cool.
And it controls the same as the hoverboards, but it feels a lot less floaty than hoverboards. So
makes sense.
So I think there is actually different mechanics to it.
All right, cool. And that's why they needed more time to make it, of course. Yeah.
Nice. And obviously it has like its own animations.
Nice. Alrighty, so good stuff to play around with then again. Good.
And another question I see from Nate Sapes. Not sure if I say it correctly. They're asking, do you guys think Rouge and Omega will play some part in Shadow's story? I assume in Sonic X Shadow Generation.
Yeah,
okay.
that of course. I wish they would, but so far I haven't seen any evidence of that, so it doesn't seem to be. But I wish they were. I mean, they are a great part of the Shadow experience, so to speak.
I mean, maybe they might be in the like open zone hub world of Shadow.
I suppose. Yeah, it's all possible. But, yeah, so far I don't have much hope for it, but I definitely would be happy if it happens. They're definitely an asset to Shadow. Absolutely.
They've added new Roblox avatar items.
All right.
Including pajamas that look like the characters.
Okay.
So Cream could be wearing Shadow pajamas.
No. Your Roblox avatar could.
Oh, so you're wearing the skin of Shadow.
Yeah.
Just like in the Mario and Sonic Olympic Games, where your Mii can dress up as like their most beloved characters if they want to.
Oh, they even have one for Infinite. Interesting.
Why does Infinite keep coming back, like in games and like small games and whatever?
Because it is a cool design. I mean, he's completely underutilized and wasted in the game, but it is a cool design, I guess. I hope it means they're going to use him for something, because we're still not sure if he's dead or not. I mean, I think people asked Ian Flynn a couple times on this podcast, and he never gave a definitive answer, so I guess it's up in the air still.
Also, the message just got removed, but November Man was asking, like, why are you animating?
How dare I animating? Yes, well, technically it's what I'm supposed to be doing and what I'm supposed to be known for. I've been squandering it for a very long time, but I'm trying.
And giving people like a daily look into his life in terms of animating when he's actually doing it.
Yep. And the joy of coloring and the brain-crushingly dull work it is.
Also, David Perez, I don't know what the context is of you saying cool, but I think you are cool. Hey.
All right, cool.
Might as well just that.
Excellent!
There we go. There you go.
There you go.
Perez.
Closest thing I have to cool for you.
Plenty of coolness around.
Also, Rhino has another question. Now that it comes up, what do you think Maria's role will be? I mean, didn't they confirm she is here via voice acting hiring?
Oh yeah, Michelle Ruff, I believe, is going to be voicing Maria now, the voice actress of Cream.
Might as well. Sounds like she gets a lot of work as Cream. All right, yeah, I'm sure she will show up as in a flashback or something, or heck, maybe we do get actual information on Maria. Hey, and now they're playing with the idea that Sage, Eggman's new henchwoman, is kind of based on Maria. I wonder if they're gonna tie that together, so they don't just waste new information on Maria, who's no longer relevant, but they use that to do something extra with Sage as well. Why not? I doubt it. It's probably way too ambitious, but hey, the possibilities are there, I suppose. If they're willing to take a chance. But then again, who knows how many Sonic characters are even aware of what's happening besides Shadow himself.
Well, Dolius looks like he's excited about Fujiko. Fujiko! Yes!
Alright. I guess he's a nice voice actress. Alrighty. I don't have big thoughts about it, but yeah, it would be interesting to see Maria again.
Maria.
If only for
Maria.
if only for the meme everyone makes that we're gonna see her get shot 100 times this year.
Which people were excited about, apparently.
Yes.
We like our humor black as our coffee.
And like Shadow's fur.
There you go. Poor Maria.
So who else in the chat is excited about Maria getting shot in the movie?
The way you said that, it's like she literally just got shot with such force that she was thrown into the movie.
Shot into the movie?
Yeah.
In the same way that Mario was punched into Minecraft?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. But of course, looking at all the bonus sort of stuff that you get, apparently Japan, as usual, always seems to get the better stuff.
You wonder why, because Japan doesn't really buy those games that much. So, I mean,
they even removed the name Sega from a building and slapped a different name on it. It's like
blasphemy, right? But that's because of legal reasons, I think.
Must be.
And Sega in general does well in Japan, just not Sonic specifically. But people love Sega in Japan a lot. I mean, they Like a Dragon games do pretty well.
But yeah, apparently Ali is excited about Maria getting shot, but that's one.
Who isn't? Who isn't? Poor girl.
Exactly.
Her only reason of existence to get shot. Oh well. And we already got a little preview in that Spanish fan movie. A little taste of it.
See?
Yeah. I'm sure everyone's looking forward to see how Hollywood does it.
Well, to be fair, they don't have to do the story in full. I mean, the Sonic movie universe is its own thing, so they don't have to slavishly follow Sonic Adventure 2, I suppose. Just saying you don't get too excited for it.
I'm going to guess, it's just a guess, that in the Sonic movie 3, that Shadow's gonna be having, like, flashback images that we also get to see. Like, and that he's holding his head like, what was that? And then as time passes by, we learn from his flashbacks, like, what happened. That's my guess.
Would make sense. That's what happened to Sonic Adventure 2, I suppose. It's a typical cinematic way to do things. We'll see in a couple months.
Or we're gonna have another wedding, and then the wedding's gonna be crashed with Maria's memories and whatnot. And...
Sure, why not?
Just... Yeah.
Why not? What I'm wondering is how the humans get involved. Are they gonna try to weave Tom and such into the story as well? Maybe it's his ancestor that shot Maria, just to get him involved in the plot.
Ooh.
That's the question nobody's asking, because nobody really cares about the humans. But,
And that shout is being like, your great-great-grandfather killed Maria, and now it's your turn to die. What? I didn't do anything. I'm just the sheriff. Or maybe Wade's ancestors did that.
sure, why not? Maybe
Although for some
wait.
reason,
Sorry.
although for some reason, when I was thinking about the way he's like Shadow, just like saying "you," I'm just imagining like that's what Shadow would be saying to every single human he sees. It's like you, sort of thing. Like he blames every single human for killing Maria.
Why not?
Even blaming Maria, even because she's also human.
Nah, she's exempt.
Okay.
We'll see what they'll do. And do you think we're gonna see Wade's sister again?
Hopefully not.
Everyone's favorite character.
If we do, hopefully her thumb is still dislocated. I mean, some people probably would have cringed about that scene with her thumb being dislocated, but I was like, good, you deserve that.
Do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Don't.
Poor Wade's sister. She's gonna get photoshopped into the Maria shot scene.
Oh yeah, Rhino is saying if Tom's dad shoot Maria is actually as his family moved to Green Hill Zone 50 years ago, right around the same time Maria's death would have taken place.
Sounds good to me. Let's see what the scriptwriters made of it. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that they try to work them into it. Who knows? Maybe they get to play the Amy Rose part, just like Chris Thorndike did in Sonic X. And then Tom gets to be beaten up by Shadow. Why not?
And in the end, they adopt Shadow.
And Shadow gets his own kid room with his own racing car bed.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And they give
No, not a racing car bed, a motorcycle bed.
Oh, of course, but yeah, how does that work?
He might lie on it like Snoopy does on his doghouse.
There you go. There you go.
And all the while he just says sigh.
He's not even happy about it. He's just utterly miserable. Poor Shadow. We'll see. But yeah, plenty of stuff to be looking forward to. We lucky Sonic fans. And that's not even talking about Sage. That's coming in a couple of months. That is the game exposition, not the Dr. Eggman character.
Oh yeah. Be confusing that has the same name. But it's just a coincidence too.
Of course, opportunity for me to make a joke about that in parody form.
Oh no, more work for Roger.
I have endless work. I'll never be rich retirement. The day I die, my elderly home, I'm still animating on my deathbed. No, I don't want to die yet. I have to finish this one cartoon.
Wait, when you're about to push the button to upload the video, you just dial up.
Nah, the computer crashes.
Yep. And the people
He's like, oh no, I thought I'd be it. But now I've got to redo the whole thing again. Can I just die in peace? Roger, is it done yet?
People who like Soul Substantia fans, like Roger making the maniest version, and then just come wheelchairing into Roger's room like, is it finished yet?
It'll be the last thing I hear before I die. Where's Soul Substantia 8? Damn it, hurry up. Oh well, work. Still, that's good that people want stuff from me. Better than the opposite, if everyone was like, get away with your garbage, Roger, nobody cares. Right? Should always be grateful that you are appreciated. Anyway, I think I finished coloring this, except for no shading. So about good time to finish this video off, I suppose, since it's getting quieter down. You have any final things to say?
Nothing that comes to mind. Nah.
Alright, Sylvia, your rare appearance on the show, do you have something to say?
Not really, but like I said, I'm having a live stream on Monday, playing the demo of Glide the Dragon with Luke, so if anyone is interested, just go to my Twitch channel, same name as my username, so double silly. That's about it, I guess.
Fair enough. Someone in the chat said that this Amy reminds them of Lola Bunny from the Looney Tunes show, and yeah, I guess it is kind of the same personality.
I don't like that Lola Bunny. She's too stupid.
Guess they had to do something to make her more of a Looney character rather than what she was in Space Jam.
Well, I'm not saying it has to be exactly like Space Jam, but just like make her less stupid and annoying. Just
Oh, well. Who knows? Yeah, Salah seems to be gone again, so I guess we don't have to ask him for a...
No, I'm here.
I'm making assumptions again. You have any final last words? For this stream?
No. Well, I'm gonna be having to pre-order 2 copies of Sonic X Shadow Generations because I need the digital deluxe edition with that freaking tin. And whatever the other stuff is, it's probably gonna be since there's gonna be one more Shadow skin released in holiday 2024. It's probably just gonna be Movie Shadow.
You were kind of glitching there. I barely heard you. You're gonna buy 2 copies of Sonic Generations?
Yeah, because I need the digital deluxe edition for that Terrio skin and whatever the other Shadow skin is gonna be, which is releasing in holiday of 2024, which means it's probably just Movie Shadow.
Oh, all right, yeah. But yeah,
and but I also need a physical copy because I need to have that Gerald Robotnik journal.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
There's gonna be so much lore in there, and I freaking love Shadow lore.
Sure. It would be funny with that journal. Like we saw the first 2 pages, but once you get the journal, and then you look through it, it's all just stupid doodles.
I'll play and no work makes dull Jack a dull boy.
I'm sure that'll be something. But there's already people predicting that the journal is going to finally prove once and for all the mural theory, which is like the heavily implied, basically fact at this point that Gerald based Shadow's design off of the mural of Sonic fighting Eggman on Angel Island.
All right, that'd be pretty awesome. Sure.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's weird that the thing I'm most excited for is the book that comes with the game.
Why not?
Your poor wallet.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's not 100% sure if like the digital deluxe edition will be available for everyone else if they actually just bought the physical game and then just bought the digital deluxe edition. You know, because I half assumed that was the case with some of the other Sonic games that we had recently, but that they were going to be like, you know, only digital exclusive, but they were available to download and purchase for the physical game.
All right.
Just assuming. I mean, I might be wrong, and if I am wrong, then I don't want to have Salah grumble at me for denying him his digital deluxe edition.
No, I'm just gonna play it safe. Just gonna get the digital deluxe edition and also a physical copy.
Rhino is saying, and be glad you can even get the journal. It's exclusive to the US. Again, exclusive!
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm dependent on you.
Yep, I will once again have to be sharing the contents of a Sonic book with everyone.
Just like the cooking book.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, I told you guys this, but I finally tried out one of the recipes in the cookbook.
Oh, and what was
it? It was the Garlic Collector, which is Vector's recipe for kind of a pizza open-faced sandwich.
Pizza open-faced sandwich with garlic, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's you take a sandwich roll and you like cut it in half, and then you spread garlic butter on it, and then pizza sauce, mozzarella cheese, and then whatever toppings you want.
Sounds interesting.
And it turned out delicious. It was very good.
I'm just wondering I'm just wondering what the Dutch equivalent is of sandwich rolls. I have no idea. Like, is it like a dough that, like, for which you make bread with, or?
It's like a French baguette.
So you know about sub sandwiches, right?
This little Coco is searching for her one true love.
Yeah,
but he
like
always
one of
gets
those.
away from her.
Oh, okay. Right.
Alrighty. So kind of like a baguette. Yeah. Alrighty.
Yeah, sure. A baguette would work.
La baguette.
La baguette.
To give it a French twist. I'm sure a Vector would like that, the romantic. Little Spagonia twist on it.
Yeah, just having a small check on the game involving Sonic X Shadow Generations, and the Gerald's Journal is available for pre-order, like at game. So it's not just exclusive to the US. So that's a bit of relief.
All right.
Cool. I guess the offer is maybe exclusive to the US, where like if you pre-order the game, you get the book.
Well, it's available to. Well, I mean the. Sorry. Just copying the picture in question in the live chat. Basically, that's just. So yeah, it's got the Peggy, so that means it is available in Europe.
All right, good. So yeah, the book will be available in Europe. That's good.
Saves you copying it for me. Oh yeah, and of course the Sonic Adventure 1 skin. I love that too. I love that the model.
Yeah. Some people were upset that like it's not 1-to-1 with the actual adventure model, but like that's been pretty common with these low poly retro skins, like Mario's 64 skin in Odyssey and the classic Crash skins in both Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled and Crash 4.
Fair enough. It's close enough.
It definitely looks like it, which is the important thing. Like, you can look at that and be like, oh, that is supposed to be Sonic Adventures 1 Sonic.
Yep. Indeed, so I'll definitely be playing it as him. If I have to go through generations again anyway.
Yeah, and I'll definitely be playing as Shadow with the Terrio skin. Because, like, I don't trust the writing.
And Kurt's voice.
Yeah, so, like, they can try to ruin Shadow, but they can't ruin Terrios.
Because he's never been a thing before.
For those who are not familiar with Terrio, who is Terrio?
Terrios is the name that they had when designing Shadow, and they gave him a much different design that actually more resembled Sonic than Shadow's final design, which could explain why people think Shadow looks so much like Sonic to the point that Shadow himself said it's uncanny. So yeah, Terrios was just like a name that they had for Sonic before they finalized his design and name. Similarly, Rouge was originally named Nails to, like, play off of Knuckles.
And Tails.
So yeah, it was like a placeholder name, like a temporary... Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh look, Linda Schoon didn't know that, so there we go.
We taught someone. Alrighty then.
So we consider educational stream now?
Sure,
yeah.
Sonic says.
Everyone.
Well, in Linda Schoon case, it will be like Sonic zegt. There you go, Dutch. Because he's Dutch, so I'm like just being silly about it. Like Sonic zegt.
If you're gonna do it Dutch, and do it correctly with zegt, like as obnoxious as possible.
Sonic zegt.
Zegt.
There we go.
There you go.
Sonic zegt.
That's proper European, incomprehensible with all weird noises.
Echt wel.
I love those.
Meanwhile, the Cockney would just say, "Sonic bloody says."
Oi. Sonic says.
Yeah.
Sonic says.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Sonic says he's mostly been eating acorns.
Do you also have a Montana like flat word to say it, like an accent, or does Montana not really have an accent?
I mean, like everyone has an accent. I had to like go to Idaho to find this out, but I do not say the word that. I say dat.
Oh,
I did not notice that until someone pointed it out to me. So yeah, that's one of the things I do. There again, is a lot of words that start with th I will pronounce with a d.
Oh, well, we Dutch are guilty of that as well. So
yeah, that's what. Yeah, I was about to say. Like,
Well,
even
from what I understand, a lot of languages don't actually have the th sound, so it's hard for other languages to like understand how it is, especially like French.
Yep.
Or obviously with the very Cockney British accent where they somehow keep missing the H at the start of a word.
Also quite
It's like,
French.
how you doing?
Hurricanes oddly happen.
Accents.
Hello, Henry Higgins. Get the Pygmalion reference for all you people who like literature.
I remember one time when I was saying can't or something that way, and you were saying like, "Did you just say cunt?" or something that way? Because I said it wrong. Like,
True love, but he
I think it was like in the early days when meeting up
Must
with
have been.
everyone in England. So
My memory's a bit hazy from that.
it's okay.
So it obviously was like very early on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, another little history lesson.
Indeed, we're so educational here.
Especially with how Roger's showing off how you animate and flash.
How to animate?
I haven't really shown that up until now. Only now am I actually animating, not coloring. But now the video's over, so how useless.
Yep.
Well, folks, see you in 2 weeks for a proper stream.
Also, stick around to have a look at the. Well, I think unless Roger doesn't have it ready yet,
I have it ready. Yes, your highlights.
So we're gonna say goodbye, and you guys can go watch a 44 minutes video of highlights from Dissected Alive that I've put together.
From this year.
Us chuckling
From
like
this
a bunch of idiots, yeah.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Have a nice day. Good day, good night, and such. And last word, Roger?
Well, last word for what?
Any last words like saying goodbye?
Farewell.
Dissected alive.
That Supersonic cannot be trusted, in which Super basically says like, oh yeah, he's telling the truth, and like before Lord Sidewinder can say anything, Super blows up the mansion. He blows up the mansion, not the animation. That'd be impressive if he did that.
Stay away from my animation.
Sonic blows up the mansion, and everyone died to the end. Although they did not, because everyone survived. Because apparently Supersonic decided to keep them alive because he wanted to personally destroy them one by one.
And also, from what I've also noticed from the gameplay footage, that the stages look very reminiscent of the cyberspace stages from Frontiers. And someone told me that the cyberspace stages seem to be borrowed a bit from the Generation stages.
I was about to mention that, yeah. That's kind of disappointing to me because I love Sonic Generations levels because it's set in like an actual solid environment. You keep running down the streets through buildings and all that.
Oh, yeah,
so when I
like
saw the
it's
gameplay
playing
footage of just flying shapes in the sky, I was like, oh no. Not again. Come on, Sonic.
You're not a fan of isometric shapes and stuff?
No, I want...
Well, he's been bitching about that for 10 years, so I imagine yes.
Oh no, shapes! Not the tetrahedrons.
Yeah, abstract oblongs, my only weakness.
Not hexagons.
Yeah, that's the three things that all Sonic games do now. Or it's Green Hill Zone, or it's a dead wasteland, or it's just shapes in the sky. Never an actually interesting environment. Oh well. And anyone disappointed that Peppa Pig never got thrown in the end?
Yeah. All we need is to find some pigskin. Got one.
Oh dear.
I did think it was funny because I had already made that joke in my head while watching it. It's just like, oh, if they're gonna throw Arnold because his head's shaped like a football, what about Peppa Pig? She's got literal pigskin.
And everyone just pointing at her.
Yeah.
Even Knuckles is just like, there she is. Throw her.
Throw the pig. Yeah. Besides, we all know Bluey is the best, and not Peppa.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he was on the mountain.
Yeah. Paramount just gets the sloppy seconds. Alright, Ellis?
Okay.
I think we're killing her.
Breathe, Elise, breathe.
The connection until just now. The pigskin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the thought of Peppa Pig being skin alive is very amusing indeed.
No, it's just...
Yeah, today's episode of Creepypasta, Peppa gets skinned alive.
Stop it, I'm dying.
By Captain Picard.
Ow.
Peppa goes to
Well, the
butcher's
boy
shop.
failed. We'll have to throw the pig.
Yeah, the line must be drawn here.
Also, I'm just looking at the Wild Brain Superheroes upload of this episode, and for some reason there is a huge watch spike of Sonic twirling a tennis racket for no reason. It's, I don't know why. That is apparently the most watched part of the episode. Is just Sonic twirling a tennis racket while walking away sassily.
Now we just need some Evian polka playing in the background. Yeah, that from ye olden days. Yeah.
I thought you hated memes, you traitor.
Well, well, you clearly don't know what specific memes I don't like.
Apparently not.
Like,
no.
Yeah, if it's something from ye olden days of like the 2000s, like like, oh, I grew up on that stuff, seedy eyes and even polkas and I'm a fire and my lasers,
It's
like
no
especially
use.
That's also from the
Who
2000s.
did that?
No.
Who did that?
No, fuck that shit. I ain't into that shit.
That wasn't me.
But no, if it's like for the Sonic stuff, like any of the more older stuff, not 06 related, but if it's any of the more like Sonic and Uganda Knuckles, then yeah, I don't like that. It's just too lazy compared to how wild and creative the olden days of the internet Sonic memes were.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Melting Man's only interested in classical memes.
Classy memes.
Only the good stuff will him.
Back in my day, we used to just have a botnik say pingus and we all laugh our asses off. Meow, meow.
I just pretty much worked out the Predator reference in the episode because Sonic was wearing war paint, and it's very similar to how Arnie wore his war paint in the Predator movie.
Huh.
Oh, I
There's
didn't make
a
that
thing.
connection.
Oh yeah, I figured there
R.I.P.
was
Carl Weathers.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a feeling there would be some kind of Predator references in there. It's like, oh yeah, Predator, like okay, like Sleeper, okay, I guess that's a reference to that thing. I don't know, I'm not too familiar with the Predator movies.
Yeah, the whole episode is a Predator reference. I mean, you'll remember to see where Arnold also dresses up in a dress, right?
Yeah, obviously.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, and all the other soldiers wore dresses too. Just like Sonic and Manic.
And they all spun around in circles.
Or when Sonic says, "Come on, kill me, do it now!"
He doesn't believe him. And then Sleet and Dingo show up, and shit goes to hell. There's fighting going on, and all of Bartleby's precious paintings are getting destroyed. And so Sleet turns Dingo into a rope and captures Bartleby and like drags him away. But
Yeah, rope.
Weirdly
You want
enough-
it? It's yours, my friend.
weirdly
Sorry,
enough,
just had to get that out.
weirdly enough, when Sleet transforms Dingo back into himself, the transformation process seems to like freeze Bartleby, and he just like turns incredibly stiff and can't move. I don't know if that's an animation error or if that was intentional, but that's weird.
Maybe
and
maybe he's traumatized of seeing a dingo transformation. I don't know.
yeah.
Or maybe
And,
it's that he feels the morphing process. It just doesn't affect him the same way it affects Dingo.
Yeah.
Like, oh
Yeah.
my.
Oh,
So,
the weird
as-
emoting thing. Yeah.
Proceed.
At least it's a
So
funny
as
physics
Sleet
version.
Dingo,
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Jeez,
do I
Roger.
need-
I was trying to break the silence and then I caused a new one. Sorry, Sala, go ahead.
So as Sleet, Dingo, and Bartleby go away, the timer shows 1 hour left.
But yeah, poor Bartleby, the fight breaks out and I could deliberately break all their furniture and all the paintings.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
although and the most unforgivable, the books.
Yes, poor books.
Not the book.
That's it. You guys are dead to me.
How Bartleby reacted to his ruined paintings was almost like how I felt when my shelves fell off though today.
Oh, must have been a bad memory, sir.
I was like, oh no!
Well, no, it was just recently.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What a
Maybe that's what happened. That's why it broke down. Sleet and Dingo broke into your home to have a quick fight with Sonic.
They broke in a few minutes when Luke was out of the room just to break in and just run off.
Yeah, they thought Sonic.
Threw the house down and then ran out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were
It
looking
was-
for that. They were looking for that bomb in Luke's house. It's like they find it's like, oh wait, it's just a model of like the Death Star. Like, whoop, wrong one.
There was another book that broke all my books and games.
Oh my god. And
Johnny,
it was Sleet and Dingo that pushed out that Microsoft update that ruined my computer.
Yes. They're to blame for everything.
Oh,
They're also the ones who took Elise's job. They got her job.
Yeah.
and they caused all the snow.
Oh yeah, damn snow.
like,
Oh
Special Dingo and Sleet!
Alright, so remember, kiddies, if something goes wrong, blame it on Sleet and Dingo.
There you go.
Always.
One thing I did write, because I mean, I did write the sort of comic synopsis and such down.
I stole it from
one thing
you.
I did, yeah, you did, but of course it may prevent me from just saying this one bit of where Sonic basically tells Sidewinder that he's crazy to think he can control Super, as he will not only kill them but also destroy the whole planet, and maybe one or two of animations by Roger. Just because referencing that joke from the past.
Yeah.
How dare she.
Blowing up the animation.
Destroy the animations! Oh no!
Kill the characters if you want, but leave my animations alone.
Deco and Boko try to take part in the whole like, oh yeah, I'm gonna show them off with the whole Japanese style restaurant, but then when the oven's on, we're gonna crank it up all the way once I spill the oil and fry those bastards, haha. So they begin practicing, and Deco accidentally drops the oil, and it goes up in flames, and they get toasted before they even get a chance to deal with Sonic and Amy. So the episode nice goes.
Wait. Can I please do the sound effect of their hats disappearing into ash?
Sure.
Okay, it's...
Good stuff.
Classic Disney sound effect, yeah.
One thing I noticed though, for some reason, and like the most rewatched point for the video for some reason was the moment where like Sonya's has her tongue sticking out, being like "yak" at the whole sort of bug issue that they're dealing with. I'm just kind of like, what's so special about that scene? She just goes, "Ugh."
Because she breaks her neck and she's supposed to be dead there. I mean, look how far she bends her head around.
Yeah, it's like she's
pulls off an exorcist and just 180s her head.
Could just end up as the YTP moment in which, like, she goes, "Oh yeah," and then she just collapses.
Snapped her head moment.
Yeah.
I think Manic looked just as surprised though.
Yeah. Yeah, this episode's so visually pleasing.
This episode's really rewarding to just pause at random moments, and especially look at what characters are doing that aren't the main focus, because everyone always has like a wacky face expression. I mean, look at the Manic on top there, where he's super bored. I mean, it's not even relevant for that shot, but it's just kind of there for a moment.
And Sonic looks like it's like surprised at something, but we don't know what it is.
Like he's having flashbacks that he doesn't want to remember.
Having flashbacks.
The 1,000-yard stare. Yeah.
I just posted something in live chat. I think it is imperative you guys see.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, give me a moment.
Yeah, so it is true, though. The fact that hedgehogs do bend their necks as far back.
It does look like she's licking her own spines.
Yeah. I guess it's because the anatomy is a bit different. It's like it's kind of one solid body, while Sonya has a neck. So snap the neck.
Okay, I retract my insult. It was realistic.
That is not that far fetched.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to visualize Sonic doing that.
Yeah. Oh, come on. There's gotta be a picture out there somewhere of Sonic doing that as well. There's gotta be. It's somewhere hidden in the depths of the internet.
Maybe that's why Sonic's like looking so surprised in that picture, because we're all just talking about. Well, because Luke's saying like, "I really want to see Sonic do that," and it's like, "What?"
Uh-oh, we broke Melting Man again.
We broke Melting again.
I did not hear you guys.
Of a dinosaur, but more like a mellow dinosaur. So it's just like, I'm cutting down trees.
You roboticized
I get it now. It's velocity.
Velocity.
Oh my god, holy
Velocity.
Took us that long to figure it out, apparently.
I figured it out at some
Don't
point.
put me in with that.
I figured it out at some point earlier, but I didn't remember it until just now. It's...
We're too busy distracted by Robotnik's funny faces, yeah.
There you go. So, anyone wants to talk about all the sibling romance references?
Yeah. Yes.
Incest, oh god!
So like, there's this moment where like Manic and Sonya are going to rescue Sonic, and they like start crawling through ventilation or whatever. And for some reason, Sonya's just like, "You always take me to the nicest places, Manic." And he's like, "Hey, I'm just trying to show you a good time, sis." I could do without the sibling flirting.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't help that Manic's like in front of Sonya, so yeah, oh my.
It doesn't help that in one of the music video where the neon heads of them started coming way too close together.
Yeah, like what the hell was that all about? It looked like they were about ready to kiss.
Yeah.
But then we had a necessary explosion.
Exactly.
So I guess all those stars explode that make the star system.
Well,
saved by the explosion.
Yeah. Sibling love equals explosions.
As it should.
Yeah,
That's why incest is bad.
Yeah, remember, kiddies, never do incest or else you'll explode.
Tell that to the royal families.
Yeah.
Oh snap!
How dare he? But hey, now Luke's here, so I can yell at him in person. Say something about the song itself, you bastard.
The
Sure.
19 total.
thought it was.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, it's a 19.
Hi everyone.
Luke, welcome back.
Luke, sorry. Sorry, I now associate you two with each other.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ain't a proper dissected without our good pal Luke. How was London?
Just kind of wondering why Richie would basically have his bedroom window wide open on like a cold Christmas day. Doesn't make much sense.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up with that?
Guess he was already planning to jump even before he got bitten by the insect.
Yeah.
I can fly! Wee!
Well, I wouldn't be surprised considering like that pose that the mum's doing. It's like it's almost like she's about to punch her kid. She's like, "Come here, you!"
Jeez. Not again!
It's gonna punch him out. It's gonna punch him and send him flying out the window.
Sure.
Here's your Christmas present.
Oh dear me. That's the most extreme I've heard you in a while.
Oh fuck! I did not expect that to be that hilarious.
I also found it interesting that the comic book found it necessary to add like an extra note for the readers. Like, oh, by the way, you read this comic book, you should not jump out of an open window. Like, do you British people really need reminders for that? Ewan, did you read this and thought, oh yeah, of course, I should not do that. Oh, I didn't consider that.
Well, not really, I know. But I definitely can imagine like the odd like one youngster that would basically live on top of an apartment block that would be like, oh, maybe I could do that myself.
I was bitten by the insect today.
I can imagine, like, after people reading Peter Pan or watching the Disney movie, they'll try and leap out the window with happy thoughts, thinking they could fly.
Just like that robot chicken clip. Like,
Oh yeah.
We did a good job again.
Yeah, I was. One thing I was wondering, like, if you got with the thumbnail, like, did you notice like Dingo in the thumbnail?
Sorry, what did I notice in this thumbnail?
Dingo.
Dingo.
Because
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh, CCI enjoying the music as opposed to Sleet and Robotnik.
Yeah, but why is he looking like that?
I haven't. Is he looking Sonya? Sonya isn't here. Oh, this is below him. No.
No.
No, I didn't.
No.
Yeah.
Well, apparently it's a bit hard to notice because of how it's been coloured. Basically, Dingo is looking like that because he's got earplugs, and there happen to be extra robot duplicate babies that he's using as earplugs.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's dark.
Oh my god!
That's a dark detail.
Yeah. I mean, I was just wondering if anyone even noticed.
Nope, I did not notice that.
Nope.
Oh well, I mean, he's obviously got to use those like extra babies somehow, since they're no longer going to be used for anything else. Use them as earplugs.
And so we enter stream on yet another baby violent joke. How cruel we are. Sorry, people.
And that's why you should never let Dingo be your babysitter.
No.
Oh god, I did not notice that.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
As I said in Science Innovation, when is there a day that Twitter doesn't break?
Yeah.
Yep.
And in some ways it kind of feels like the series somehow sent us back to the 2000s, you know, because like back then it was always that kind of
Melty? What happened in 2000? Did the 2000 kidnap you?
We said back there?
It must have.
Melty Man traveled back in time to the 2000s?
I
think so. That's why he just suddenly got mute. Just like, back in 2000. Melty, come back. We got to figure out what's happened next. Melty, come back, please.
Oh no. Oh, this is the longest he's ever gone silent mid-sentence.
He's gone back to prevent the production of Sonic 06.
Oh no.
Well, Bill and Ted are happy about his absence.
So, yeah, to
Half a look. What are your thoughts while we wait for Melty?
Okay, apparently Melting's PC crashed.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, so apparently his computer went back to the 2000s format of where it kept crashing a lot.
I should run on XP.
Fucking Windows 98!
Alright, Luke.
Yes. Okay, calm down. Okay. I do like...
Sala, I'm a bit cross with you. I just played Sonic Speed Simulator and it had a city escape level which you didn't tell me about and it looks fucking amazing. Why didn't you tell me about it? It looks amazing!
I shared screenshots.
You shared screenshots. That's fair. That's fair enough. I seen them and immediately I want to play again. Man, it looks... I love how City Escape looks like. Man, I miss this! Sonic's environments have been so boring and annoying lately, and suddenly I saw this and like, yeah! That's it! That's the Sonic I want. Funky, colorful, and so exciting, and oh man, it looks beautiful. I love it.
Okay.
I want to kidnap... Yeah, go ahead.
Are you ready to have your mind blown?
Sure.
I'm okay.
The attention to detail on this level is insane. To the point that if you get out of the map, if you like get out of bounds and like fly up, you can not only see Metal Harbor in the distance.
Oh.
It is exactly in relation to City Escape as it is on the Sonic Adventure 2 level select map.
Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah.
And also you can,
yeah.
If also you can fly all the way over there, you can actually get onto Metal Harbor. It has collision.
Oh really? Oh, I guess it's going to be an update later then. But yeah, just wanted to quickly bring that up. I was very impressed by that. So awesome stuff.
I saw a video of like Jason Griffith reacting to reacting to Keanu Reeves voicing Shadow, and so it's like, okay, maybe Keanu is the one voicing Shadow, but it'd be absolutely hilarious and amazing if the trailer comes out and then of course we have Sonic going, "I found you, Faker," and then in Jason Griffith's voice, Shadow says, "Faker, I think you're the fake hedgehog around here," and I would just that would just be so fire.
Yep.
And if he was still around, yeah, and if he was still with us, I think it'd be funny if it was actually it's actually Gilbert Gottfried as Shadow.
What?
I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me. You're not even good enough to be my fake.
Rose from the dead just for that role.
Oh, Maria! It all starts with this. A gem containing the ultimate power.
I will show you the true power of chaos control.
Baby mutilation episode. How fun.
A baby episode.
Yeah, I definitely have some history with this particular episode.
Yeah, you do? What about it?
Yeah, because I'm sure I've mentioned it a few times, but this particular episode was my first introduction to the show.
Oh boy!
Yeah, it was from this VHS tape that had the Sonic Christmas Blast from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and 2 random episodes from Sonic Underground, like this being one of them, even though it's not Christmas themed. But yeah, this was my first exposure. It's like, oh, okay, there's a series where Sonic is has siblings and they're all rocking and rolling and all this stuff. So yeah, I was a bit weirded out at first, but I know it kind of felt like a fever dream. But then like, oh, okay, so it is a real thing. And then I later checked out the full series thanks to Shout Factory.
There you go.
So yeah, I have that VHS tape to thank me for my exposure to this wacky but fun series.
Alrighty, Luke, you were saying something? Oh,
no, I was.
So you were okay.
Melty, you're obviously wrong. This has everything to do with Christmas because, little known fact is that Hip Hedgehog was born in a manger.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Away in a manger. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
For some reason, I'm only thinking of that one Family Guy joke. It's like, like, what should we name him? Well, he was raised in a barn. We could call him Barney.
Oh my god, and Sonic, Sonia, and Manic are the three wise kings.
Are we gonna make a die and rebirth joke too?
Would that make Robotnik Herod?
Sure, why
No,
not?
no, I think it makes Robotnik the Virgin.
Oh no! Oh
Take
no!
it back.
Too deep in the rabbit hole.
And that's why he's that desperate of wanting to be called Daddy.
Oh, and I have no one to blame but myself.
Wow, teacher.
Shall we move on to the music competition, or do we have one last statement?
I liked this episode.
That was a pretty good episode. Yep.
Me too.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a really good episode.
Recommendation from everyone except for Luke.
No, I liked it.
Then
So everyone
recommendation
likes
from
this
everyone.
Why don't you like it, Luke?
So wait, does everyone
Stop
like
being
this
so
episode?
negative, Luke.
What? I liked it.
Poor
Everyone
Luke.
likes this episode?
Excellent.
Excellent.
There you go. Even Shadow gave us his approval.
Yeah, I'm also giving it a 3.
Oh, so not that different from all of us. Ewan, your thoughts? Is that do I translate that to a 1?
Well, I'll just say, I'm not a huge fan of this song. Don't like the lyrics, don't like the music that goes with the song, and I don't like the overall tone of how the singers are singing it. And though I suppose I might as well question the choice of lyrics of hiding from your mother, considering the fact their mother abandoned them. Sure, it was to protect them, but still. Not to mention that if Hip was real, then his own mother would have abandoned him. So I wouldn't say it's the right choice of lyrics. But mind you, though.
I guess they were referring to their stepmoms.
Yeah, but yeah. Mind you, you
Or
notice
adoptive
how
moms.
the letterbox borders has the choice of like orange with a flickering yellow to represent fire? Because this is a song from hell itself. That's how I feel about it. In fact, when I bite the dust, go downstairs to the moment I go through the doors into hell, I'll be greeted by this song. That's when I know I'm in hell. And so basically, it will get a 1, and I shall be very clear that this will be a very low end sort of 1, because I was merciful to let the children light the way, but this one I'm just not going to. It's not the worst song in the world, but for me, it's the worst song in Sonic Underground. I do apologize, but that's how I feel, and I got to be the oddball out in this one, apparently.
There you go. Kids are cool, and Ewan is hot.
This is like so amazing. It's like Robotnik's most perfect plan ever went off completely without a hitch and was ruined by himself.
You might as well have Robotnik saying, "I'll leave the door open as well."
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm just,
Yeah.
just
Oh, I know.
imagining him like. I'm just imagining him like pitching this to Snively. He's like, I will hire an actor to trick them into thinking that they are only one of them can have the crown, and this will draw a rift between them, and they'll split up, never to join again. He's like, oh, that's actually a pretty good idea, Doc. And then I will force them back together.
oh, for fucking sakes.
I hate you, sir.
Yeah, you. I don't normally say this, sir, but you are one fucking idiot.
Shut up, Snively.
And he resigns, and that's why we don't see him in the show.
Yeah. That's it, I'm going back to gun. Yeah. So, Nogs, do you have anyone up for hire?
Now he's stuck with Fleet and Dingo.
Honestly, I can't tell who does a better Snively impression between Melty and Ewan.
We let the chat
Oh my
decide.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, please pick me, sir.
No, pick me, sir. Please.
Now I'm the best.
I'm the best one.
Oh my god,
You're just a
Aaron.
mere
I'm
copycat.
laughing too much.
But yeah, enough snivelly rivalry.
No, I say you are the copycat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am the better
That's all I
Charlie
can say.
Adler.
Jail. Aaron in chat says jail is just advanced grounding.
Yes, you are grounded, sir, for a whole bunch of years.
Well, I kind of forgot we got to do that.
Well, yeah, I went crazy earlier in the stream when you guys were talking about that episode. You started doing sniffly impressions. I was just, I was just about done.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been going mental this entire stream. Let's put it that way.
Yes, Manic's singing voice is so beautiful, sir.
Yes, sir. It make me feel moist.
Oh,
No.
Why not?
This is not amused.
Let's move on to something.
I'm going to. I'm going to exert my power as the immovable object again.
Well, to Elise, Ewan is clearly part of the problem.
He can do that for you.
You know what? You can both leave.
Yes. I know, I'm such a terrible person.
Don't rule yourself out, Belton. You're also part of the problem on this.
You want me to fix the problem for you? I can do that for you.
There you go.
Full circle.
I can be part of the problem for you. Milty's gonna die.
I do find it funny that when Zachary was telling his backstory, he was like, as he was falling, he grabbed onto the robot, managed to get it fixed, and said, "Okay, I'm fine now." Then suddenly it crashes.
Ah, shit. Yeah.
Okay, I fixed it. I'm gonna make it. Literally just. I fixed it. I'm gonna.
He lost an eye in the process. Well, I mean, it's definitely a lot better than what Archie Sonic did, where, okay, so long story short, there's this character in the comics where, he has an eye patch in later issues, and he explains that he got it after stepping on a landmine, which makes no freaking sense.
I guess shrapnel could have blasted in his eyes, I suppose. That's shrapnel.
So apparently the rest of
And
it
how'd
was
you get-
fine except for his eyeball.
And how'd you get that peg leg? I singed my eyebrows. And what about the hook hand? Cut myself shaving.
I walked into a door.
And where'd you get that stitch on your stomach? Oh, I was sunburned.
Sure, why not?
What happened to your arms? I kicked the door.
Why is there a band-aid on your nose? I decapitated myself. This is very accident
Your head's
prone, I
gone.
guess.
Yeah, your head's gone. Yeah, you know, as you go older, you just find scars sometimes.
Wow, we are really milking this thing.
Yeah, like Monty Python and the Black Knight.
Yeah, why not?
I do want to say I do like the image of Robotnik having a load of people strapped up to a giant machine. I guess it's kind of like Fleetway's version of the egg grapes in Archie, where he got a huge amount of people to roboticize or and stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, well, it wasn't for like roboticizing. It was more of like vaporizing them to make them as like pure energy to fuel his machine. So yeah, a lot more darker than Fleetway.
But the same general idea. Yes. But yeah. So
oh, Sylvia had a good one. I stepped on a mine, which didn't go off, but I tripped and fell on my eye on a Lego brick.
Yeah, now that's the real smack story of that one guy I mentioned from Archie Sonic.
And I got one. It's a, why are you clutching your head? Because my hand hurts.
What a silly gag, but it's funny.
I think there's actually an old joke like that. It's like, Doctor hurts here, 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 and here. He's like, your finger's broken.
Oh, this reminds me of an old joke. Like, oh, doctor, I keep hurting my eye every time I take a cup of tea, and the doctor says, "Well, take the spoon out first."
I broke my leg in 3 places. Well, stop going to those places.
Oh.
And that concludes tonight's entry of Comedy Central.
Applause, everyone. But yeah, thanks to Luke. I really want to see a picture of Robotnik just playing PC games while you see that egg with all the people strapped on as the batteries attached to it.
Yeah, he has his huge computer. All he wants to do is just play Worms.
like a Game Boy, like a very old thing.
Or he's playing like Team Fortress 2, and he's like dealing with all like servers that are full of bots. It's like, stupid bots! Why didn't I think of it?
How dark.
I did like, Luke, all of your jokes about what was on the computer.
Well, think about what most PC gamers usually play, like especially Doom, like how you can run Doom off practically everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think I even heard that you could run Doom on like a pregnancy test device.
Yep.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you got demons.
I feel like I missed something. No idea what we're talking about anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck! Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, it kind of gave me a Gaston vibe. Just the way that face is chiseled, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Him walking off. Him just literally walking off with that big shit-eating grin.
Yeah. Yeah. No one's best at arguing like Gaston or whatever his name is.
Zed, I think.
I mean, that's an odd expression to walk away with when you've just had a fight with somebody that you're
in love
you're
with.
supposed to be in love with.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just so like, bitch. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, haha, bitch. It's like, you're a twat. Yeah.
I mean, I guess all that spinning around during dance can be good for your brain.
Yeah, definitely.
I also
Especially if you just do like that.
I also
yes.
noticed that one of the rednecks kind of looks a bit like Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no. Meanwhile, Dubot is just finishing up with Sonia, who looks completely normal now. But before she can even get her receipt, Sleet comes in from the street, but is no longer discreet, which is neat. He also brought a SWAT-bot fleet, causing the petite hedgehog to try and retreat from the heat. Dingo tries to compete with his feet, but instead he meets with Sonia's feet, causing him to fall on the seat, and the Dubot launches him up with a yeet.
Well, rhyme poetry.
Sonic is the worst singer.
Yeah, because we all know Manic is the best singer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he is the MVP of this group, which is why he got caught first.
Yeah.
Because he was the bigger threat.
Yeah, he was the bigger threat.
Yeah, clearly he's the real ruler and not Sonya and Sonic.
That's why.
That's the real reason.
He is the true king.
Yeah.
That's why he got that epic
the real
smug
reason that-
face. Yeah, sorry, Solid, go ahead.
That's the real reason. That's the real reason that Manic never does anything is because he's too overpowered. He'd solve all their problems immediately.
Pretty much.
The one image I really loved is Sleep waiting at the bottom of the castle for the hedgehogs to fall with the cage. And
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
I got the excited face, like, nah.
He's like
Like,
excited.
what are you gonna do? It's gonna fall on you.
Exactly.
It almost kind of looks like he looked up at the calendar, like, oh boy, Taco Tuesday.
It looks hilarious, yeah.
Easily 5 out of 5.
Alrighty. I give it 1-5. Because dancing swap bots and dancing Robotnik, that's enough for me. Luke, your thoughts?
I was going to give it a 3, but then I heard Manic sing, which makes it shot up to 4. And then after seeing Robotnik dance, it shot up again to 5.
Yeah.
Even Lucas won over. Wow.
Well, it's so Robotnik is the best answer.
You win.
Dancing Robotnik was the clinch.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Ewan. If he gives a different score now, everyone's gonna kill him.
I know. So yeah, no pressure on me.
Now you're gonna have to barbecue yourself, boy. So Ewan, tell us, why is it a 5?
But yeah, I enjoyed listening to it overall. I definitely had like a good tune to it, like good message, and of course like Manic going like above and beyond his own solos. Like, oh, it's my solo. I'm finally getting a solo for long after once. Yeah, let's go all out. And he does so. Of course, the dancing swap bots, and then Robotnik was joining in as well. And you know what? I'll give it 5 dancing Robotniks out of 5.
Yay!
So we have
5
a
dancing Robotnik.
That is our third perfect score.
Plus a guest. Plus a guest 5 for this time.
Ellis has gone mental. He's weeing all over the place.
Quick, get the butterfly nets.
I'm gonna be honest. This entire time, like since we started doing Mobius Idol, I've been looking forward to episode 33 the most because, like, I still think that episode has the best song.